Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike from the Focus Garage here, and in today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a little update here on the C6 Grand Sport. You may see the Corvette shirt. No, I did not buy the shirt when I got the car. I've had this shirt in my closet for years. I just thought it'd be really funny to throw this shirt on for the filming of this video. So, what I want to do in this video is just give you guys a little bit of update as far as what I plan to do to this car, what's been done to it already, and kind of my overall thoughts about the vehicle and kind of what the intent is of it on the channel here. So, as you may have already seen in the last video, I did previously own a C5 Z06. That car did have a lot more modifications that kind of made it more race car, whereas this car is a little bit more toned down. Now, what this car has already got done to it is it's got a RPM, so Race Proven Motorsports cam kit on it with a custom ground comp cam, and then it's got Cook's headers, Cook's mid-pipe, and then a SLP axle back, and this car is loud and obnoxious as it gets. I've already picked up a set of factory dual mode mufflers, which I plan to install in the vehicle, but I am still waiting on the factory dual mode controller module, so that way I can have the ability to open and close the flaps with that mild to wild key fob there once we get that in. So, it's got the full exhaust, it's got the cam, and then this car also does have some head work to it as well. It's got the upgraded LS7 lifters. The heads have been off, so it's got new head gaskets as well as the stronger head studs as well. And we've got a Haltech intake on the car. The car's been dyno tuned. It runs really, really well. Car doesn't miss a beat. However, it was tuned out in Nebraska, so I would like to get it on the rollers of a local shop here, just to have the car kind of retuned and make sure that it's up to snuff as far as where it should be with how I'm going to be using the vehicle. When I bought the car, it was stupid low. Like I'm telling you, you couldn't fit any fingers in between here. The car was literally tucking tire at all four corners, which, depending on what you want to do with the car, it's cool. I like to be able to drive this car around and not have to worry about that. So I went ahead and I raised the car, and that alone was a process. You had to basically put the rear up on boards, jack the diff up, support the rear of the car, then slide the jack under the front, a whole big deal. But anyways, I jacked the car up. We got the car raised. We're at about 2 to maybe 2.5 fingers at each corner now. The car is perfectly raisable. The front lip was almost dragging on the ground when we first bought the car, and then there's the air dam underneath the car that was scraping on everything. Drove it across the country like that, and I decided that was it. So I've raised the car. That's one thing. It's done. You can see we've got the Z06 Spider wheels here with Super Sport tires at all four corners. Real nice. Another thing that I didn't like when I first bought the car is the top here. These are known to kind of squeak and rattle and everything like that. I did a full top service and adjustment on it to where I lubricated all of the weather stripping with something called Gummy Fledge. I'll have that linked in the description down below. And then I adjusted and tightened all of the catch points, the latches, and the hinges. And then based on another video that I saw on YouTube where somebody went and added O-rings to the little catches in the front, I went and did that, and now the top is silent. So, raised the car, adjusted the top. I've already picked up an axle back exhaust that I've got to install and get that module on there. What else? Well, one of the biggest reasons I bought a car that already had some work done to it was so that I could enjoy it without having to dump $4,000 to $6,000 into, a cam and all the associated installation and tuning and everything like that. So what I really plan to do with this car now is enjoy it. Obviously, I want to do a fluid service on the car, so do the engine oil, do the trans, and do the diff. But again, that's not huge. The car's got pretty fresh motor oil in it. Not entirely sure about the diff and the trans, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Do a clutch fluid service as well, something you should always be doing on any kind of manual Corvette that you drive hard. The clutch fluid is known to get contaminated. Real easy thing on that. We'll be filming a video on what that process looks like. But aside from that, there's not really any other two major mods that I want to do to it. I'm not going to boost this thing right away. I'm not going to throw nitrous at it or anything like that. The interior has already got some real tasteful upgrades. I'll show you guys in a second here what that kind of looks like. It's got the kind of the suede package from the Centennial Edition Vets. So you've got the steering wheel, the shifter, and the e-brake handle and all that. I know I mentioned that in the driving home video, but I'll show you guys here in a minute. Another thing that I did do to the car as well is I went and swapped out all of the interior bulbs, the reverse lights, and the license plate lights with LEDs. So, in typical Mike fashion, a lot of you guys know that I'm huge on lighting. Did a full LED upgrade on the car. Maybe in the future we'll do some LED side markers like in the front. In the back here, they do have some pretty cool ones that have like a stripe through it, I guess, like a nice little LED straight signal there. So you can kind of see just right through there. Looks nice. That might be something that I do. Maybe not. I don't know. But overall, so far, I've put a few hundred miles on the car. Interestingly enough, On the way home from when we picked it up, we got like 24.5, almost 25 miles per gallon on the highway. That's with playing around a little bit. And then I have done like full, kind of city tanks here, and it gets anywhere from 13 to 15 miles per gallon in the city, which again is what's to be expected in a car that makes around this much power with a more aggressive camshaft and everything like that. I do want to say, as compared to my C5, this car is better in every measurable way. What I mean by that is just the interior fits together better. The car feels like a more solid car, and it just drives so much more compliant. This might also be due to the fact that this doesn't have as an aggressive of a camshaft as my C5 had, and it doesn't have all the solid motor mounts which make the car shake and rattle and vibrate all over the place as much. But still, whoever tuned this car, and I do know the name of the shop, I just don't know off the top of my head, I have it on paperwork somewhere, did a fantastic job tuning this vehicle, because a lot of times with cars with big cams in them, the car wants to buck and surge and everything like that, whereas this car is so drivable at low speeds that I'm very, very pleased with it, very, very happy with that. So let me show you guys the interior of the car right now. We'll check out the LED, we'll check out the suede stuff, and you guys can give me kind of your honest thoughts and feedback with that. Right into the interior now, so you can see we've got kind of the LEDs on the floor, the LEDs under the mirror, but here's more of that suede stuff that I wanted to show you guys here. So you can see we've got the e-brake handle, the shifter, and then the steering wheel over there, all finished in that Centennial suede. This being the 1LT, you have no heated seats, you have no nav, you have no heads-up display, which was kind of a big deal to me at first, but then that I realized this car's not going to be driven in cold weather, so that's not a big deal. The top's going to be off when it's warm out. The heads-up display is based off a heads-up display from 2006, and the nav, again, is very old as well. So there wasn't huge value in that stuff missing on the car from me. At first, I'm an option snob, and I kind of wanted that, but then I realized it's not as important, and I don't really care. So I just kind of want to give you guys a quick little walk around of the car now. You can see we've got the side skirts down there. Not bad, not bad. Would have looked cooler if they're, like painted or carbon fiber or something like that. But again, there's nothing else on the car like that to match. We've got the stock lip there, not the ZR1 lip that a lot of people do on these. But something I just want to showcase in this video here is the color of it. Again, the biggest selling point to me of this car was this Inferno orange color. It looks red in some light, orange in other lights, but it's really much like a orange color with kind of like yellow flake, yellow pearl in it there. It's an absolutely gorgeous color, super rare. I did some research. I think it's like 1 of 400. I was originally quoting 1 of 200, but I believe it's like 1 of 400 or so. Got the little factory duckbill spoiler there. Let me know what you guys think. How would you feel about one of those full-length wings on the car here? I have seen them done before. I'm unsure how I feel about them, and unsure if I was to do it, what color, if I'd want to leave it black, gloss black, carbon fiber, or painted to the vehicle. Not really sure on that. And then of course here you've got just kind of that wide body front end with the little air scoop down there in the middle. The headlight lenses in this car also are very, very clear. I'm assuming they've been replaced because I've even seen very, very low mile C6 Corvettes where these lenses are all kind of cracked up and hazy and faded, whereas these are like pretty much crystal clear, which is very, very impressive to me. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this one. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick walk around the vehicle, show you what it looks like, kind of tell you my plans about it, what's been done to it, and we will be getting some driving clips. I've been taking the car out to shows recently. We've done 2 shows just in the last week. It was like a Cars and Coffee and then like a meet on a Thursday night. We did that. Car got some pretty good reactions there. Got to give you guys a idle clip because this thing chops so well. And I know that's never why the point of you buying a vehicle. But the cam in this car does sound fantastic. So I'll give you guys an idle clip. We'll get some driving clips of it in the future. And we want to line this thing up to some of the vehicles that are in the Focus Garage fleet here. So Onder thinks his Focus might be a good competitor for this car. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to find some roads in Mexico and kind of see where these cars line up and everything like that. But again, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of what's done to the car because I know when we bought it back, it was more of like just a driving back adventure kind of vlog trip of just showing what everything was like there. So we'll go ahead and, we'll get you guys some more driving impressions of the car. I'm going to have to work on kind of the microphone setup with that because I know this car is very, very loud if I drive it with the exhaust setup that's on it now. So maybe that may be waiting till we put on the dual mode mufflers. Maybe not. We'll have to see. If you guys do have any questions about the car, any thoughts, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. This is Mike from the Focus Garage. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that bell for notifications, and I will catch you in the next video.